A 63-year-old Indiana woman is having no regrets for being arrested for leaving a racist letter aimed at a black child. Oh, here we go again. Deborah Cantwell, who is in this picture, was recently charged with a misdemeanor. Now, these misdemeanor counts of intimidation and criminal mischief for leaving a letter on the door of her new neighbor's home. So that's what she was charged with. Now, the husband and father of the family had told police that just after 1 a.m. on October 13th, that his family's newly purchased Greentown home had been toilet papered, and he had found a racist letter on the door aimed at his son. So I'm assuming, without knowing necessarily, that the rest of the family is white, but they have an adopted black son, or maybe not adopted black son. Not exactly sure of the makeup of this family. Nonetheless, they're going after specifically the child. So now I want to read the letter to you to show you how disgusting this is. Quote, "No N-words wanted in this neighborhood. This is a white neighborhood. Some people find N-words stressful." Stressful. Now, in case she wasn't clear enough, she said, "Your N-word kid is not welcome." And then she ended the letter by having some, putting a little bit of advice for the new neighbors. "You can sell your house and make money on it right now. By the way, hope you have deep pockets." Now, the father told police 2 days later that he suspected that this woman, Deborah Cantwell, had wrote the letter, saying that the home seller told him that the neighbor was concerned about the family because of their black son. Well, that's pretty bad, but there's more. Text messages sent by Cantwell were obtained by investigators that cited health-related concerns that also matched claims in the letter. Quote, "I am stressing now that we are going to get black neighbors. I am hoping that more people look at the house and an all-white family are the ultimate buyers. I am afraid the stress of black neighbors could put me in the hospital. My blood pressure is elevated just thinking about the possibility." Wait. So that kind of makes you wonder, what is it about living next to black people that stresses you out so much? I don't quite understand, right? Why is that? Why would that be a stressful event? I've had black neighbors before. They don't stress me out. They're some of the nicest people I've ever lived next to. So why would that stress you out? Oh, that is unless you're afraid of them. And see, that's the thing. This is all based on fear-mongering about black people. Stereotypes of crime, right? So, again, you buy into those racist stereotypes and those tropes, right? That, oh, black people, they must be criminals. They must be criminals, and they're going to, black people move in next door, they're going to do crime. Oh, well, that makes my blood pressure rise. I'm scared. In fact, here's what she told police. "I mean, the blacks get away with it every time." And her excuse is, "Just rage. I was just trying to vent. That's it. I was just trying to vent. Because the blacks get away with it." They get away with what? What are you talking about? What do they get away with? Black people are disproportionately incarcerated. A lot of it for nonviolent drug offenses, thanks to the war on drugs, right? Even though they do drugs at the same, trying to think of that word. They do drugs at about the same rate as white people. So, but this last admission kind of shows her privilege, right? She admitted that she was trying to make the new family feel unwelcome by sending this letter. Well, no kidding. Nothing makes you feel unwelcome from somebody targeting your son because of the color of their skin. She also said, part of her excuse, "I just needed to let out some steam. And it was I'm not a violent person, so I don't think it was any big deal." Hey, at least she didn't say, "Oh, I'm not a racist." She didn't say that at least, but, "Oh, I'm not a violent person." Well, then who toilet papered the house? I know that's not violence, but still, nonetheless. But here's the thing. This is flagrant racism, right? But she thinks, oh, no. Telling people that they're not welcome because of their skin color, well, that's not a big deal. I just needed to vent. I just needed to blow off some steam. If that's your way of blowing off steam, basically, writing a nasty letter with racial epithets on them, you got some problems. Big problems. More than just health, right? Look, and they say, of course, racism, it doesn't exist in this country. We have video of white people almost every day calling the cops on black people for doing normal things. Barbecuing in a park. Holding a peaceful anti-violence rally. Hanging out at the pool. Trying to get into their own house. And look, people get killed for that. Unarmed African Americans are getting killed. That's racism. Now, finally, one of the most frustrating things is her apology. She said, quote, I am sorry that it caused so much ruckus, the letter. But I feel like I released some anger writing that letter. Let me translate that, right? I'm sorry that my open racism got so much attention. I'm not sorry because I feel better. And hey, at least I got to call my neighbor's kid the N-word. That's what that translates into. This is the effect. This is the impact of allowing racism to become mainstream. They're not even hiding it anymore. And I guess in this case, they're actually kind of proud of it. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.